I'm going to show you how to make this lovely cushion. It's got a nice little extra panel on the front. There's no zips to contend with. It's got a nice deep back, so if they're outside, I just think it's better. So easy to make, really easy to make actually. So here are the pattern pieces that you get. Got your even you've got your lines, your fold lines for where you're going to do your sewing to turn it under on the back of the envelope cushion. So you just stick all them together, cut all your pieces out, and you'll end up with something like this. So I put a handmade on here for the front, and this is going to be the panel that goes on the front of the panel, and then this is the front of the cushion. So we'll do this bit first and do the top stitching once we actually stitch it onto the cushion. So we folded it in half, this piece, and I put my handmade on. So I'm just going to stitch that on now. Then everybody knows you've made it. There's just enough stitching to secure it. There we are. And then do the same at the other end. Just tuck that in a bit better because it's a bit slanting. Yeah, that's it. Cut off all the cotton. So now we want to baste this to this cushion, and we also want to do some top stitching right down the front. So we'll do the edges first and up my stitch length. Down across the bottom, and when we go up the next bit, we want to make sure that we've got it as straight as we can, because this is going to be the visible kind of top stitch. So just take your time. And then stitch across the top just to secure it. And that's your front done. That looks so nice as that. So now I've got to do the envelopey backs. We've got two pieces. And this, actually, these labels came with the handmade. So, especially if you're wanting to sell them or give them as gifts, I think they're a fabulous idea. So we've got a label to put on, which tells you how to wash it. So it just gives it that bit of extra special something. And just sew that on. And then on the pattern that I showed you earlier, I said it even showed you the folded lines. So it shows you where to fold your fabric over and over again. And then we're going to top stitch on that. So just line it up. That's one. Now the short one, which is this piece here, is going to go to the top. Like so. So if you pin it in place, it's quite easy to get mixed up which way around to put them. When you turn them round, it'll be in the right spot, all this. So that's now in the right spot. What we need to do now is do the same with this one. It's got the same fold that it had on the pattern and that I've just done, and I'm just going to top stitch this one. These are so quick, so easy to make. Great indoors, great outdoors. Could totally transform a room just by changing your cushions. I just think it feels so much more special when you've made them yourself. And people just think you've spent ages. So now, this one wants to overlap. This is a longer one, it overlaps, and that's the last piece you want showing. So just going to put a couple of clips in here just to make sure that everything lines up. And then same there. And same this side. And we're off. So you're going to sew all the way around. You don't need to leave no gaps, no openings, no nothing, because it's an envelope and your openings are here. And I think especially for outdoors, I don't think, you know, you don't want to be putting zips in, even if you can put them in. I think these are the perfect style for outdoors. But I tend to go for these a lot. Even though I can put zips in, I do like this style of cushion. One more. We are nearly done, believe it or not. So, I'm going to chop off these corners. Now, I would overlock these at home. So, if you haven't got an overlocker, I would definitely do a zigzag or pinking shears. got no stitches suitable, pinking shears are always excellent. Just helps with any fraying. And it'll take a long time to fray. Got a nice seam allowance there. So now we're going to turn the cushion through, and if you just use your thumb or your finger just to get in that corner to help you turn, it does help. We've got more layers here because we've got the doubled up front. There we are. And then right, push those corners out. This one needs a bit more encouragement, so I think we need to get a bit of fabric off there and a little bit more there. So it might be the same this side as well, because of all this extra fabric. There we are. The side, then just going to push your seams, just helps to lay it flat before you give it a good press. Here we are. A lovely handmade cushion. Got the short bit to the top, a long bit underneath. That's it.